On the tropical island of Bali lies an ancient and mysterious expanse of watery jungle known as Demon Swamp, where a strange new form of robot now stalks the unwary traveler.
Today on Dungeons and Dragons.
Take them away!
Hey!
Not exactly a vacation resort, is it?
What are we going to do? And what about poor Bobby all alone out there? Help!
By bringing Cybertron into Earth's orbit and harvesting the unleashed energy, Megatron leaves the world in ruins. But Optimus Prime and the Autobots fight back and destroy Megatron's starship, releasing enough energy to knock Cybertron out of Earth's orbit. And now, the Autobots begin the repair of the shattered planet.
Today on Dungeons and Dragons.
In search of precious energy, the Autobots venture forth into outer space, but the evil Decepticons attack them. 4 million years later, the Autobots and Decepticons are reactivated. The Autobots track the Decepticons to the crystal mines of Burma, but their dangerous mission backfires as we begin the final episode of The Transformers.
Today on Dungeons and Dragons. All things have a purpose.
Hello? Is anyone here?
I'm leaving.
Oh, no. Let's get out of here.
You cannot escape!
Come on, Uni, jump!
I don't believe this.
Today, in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
With the help of the evil scientist, Dr. Arkville, the Decepticons use hypnochips to control the minds of human beings and create an army of slaves to produce a vast supply of energon cubes. Spike's father, Sparkplug, is captured by the Decepticons and turned into a mindless slave. And Megatron succeeds in bringing Cybertron into Earth's orbit, causing huge tidal waves and earthquakes which threaten to rip the planet apart as we begin the second episode of The Transformers, the ultimate doom.
Rev up for excitement with the pole position team. Today's adventure, The Code.
Which button do I press?
Press them all!
You have 5 seconds.
In the last episode, He-Man convinced Adora to see for herself how bad the Horde was. Adora learned that He-Man was right. The Horde was evil. She returned to the Fright Zone and told the Horde's leaders she would no longer serve them, but they put an evil spell on her and stole the sword He-Man had been sent to give to Adora, even as He-Man escaped, determined to find her. And now, Chapter 3 of The Sword of She-Ra.
house-pounding adventure today for the pole position team and the chicken who knew too much.
In the previous episode, the Seahawk ship was destroyed by the evil Horde Admiral Scurvy. Believing the Seahawk to be dead, Scurvy imprisons Adora and the Hawk's crew. But the Seahawk is not dead. He has been led to a secret cavern beneath the island where he discovers his long-lost father, the legendary Falcon. Now we continue with part 2 of Anchors Aloft.
In search of precious energy, the Autobots venture forth into outer space, but the evil Decepticons attack them. 4 million years later, the Autobots and Decepticons are reactivated. The Decepticons convert oil into energon cubes and leave workers and their Autobot rescuers trapped as we begin the second episode of The Transformers.
There's thrill-a-minute action today as the pole position team comes face to face with strangers on the ice.
Last episode, the Decepticons stole the key to the plasma energy chamber, the forge where the Autobots were created millions of years ago. The Autobots regained the key, but a blast of plasma energy blew the Autobots clear across the galaxy. They crashed on the planet Nebulos and were captured by Nebulon rebels who feared...
Oh, hey, everybody. Holy crap. It's 2 streams in a goddamn week. This is, like, unprecedented for this calendar year, isn't it? Anyway... we are, of course, back with more of Grandia. If you were not here for the end of the previous stream, we gotta rescue Feena because the head of the Adventurers Guild is a creepy bastard and kidnapped her, and yay. And that's basically where we're at. I did get some clarity on the spell business. Thank goodness. So, who has... yeah, they both have mana eggs. Good. Because... yeah. So, Justin, we're gonna get some fire. And Sue, we're gonna get some water for heal. So, yay. We have clarity. Yeah, whatever. He's a jerk. Sorry about that. I had to answer questions from my brother. Again, daytime. Get to deal with real world stuff. Yeah. The real world, not the illusionary world. Only fitting that Pakon should be. Oh, the society even. Ooh. We have somebody. We have a visitor. No, we don't have a visitor. We almost had a Pootie sighting, but no, she was just like no. I think she sensed that he was about to be put on camera. Pakon's not a man, he's a meatball. So and we will, of course, will not be able to enter. Yes, I knew that. I sussed out that we have to go through the back passage. oh wow. Blatant clue. Game. Easy on the blatant clues, okay? Just like, come on. It's like, come on. I figured this when I found the place, and I found the guy fucking drunk off his ass. Yeah. The shock. Slimy. Oh, great. Delightful. Just delightful. Sue's getting close to an actual level increase here. So let's see. Okay, so we got treasure. Well, that didn't exactly work out too well, but you know, hey. That worked out pretty well, though. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that. I think we've reached a point where the at least for these chumpy enemies, that the super attack is useless, to put a fine point on things. And yeah, we know it's the I mean, the Saturn version of this game might be superior by all reckoning, but it obviously cannot defeat the power of dithering or transparencies or whatever, however you want to address that, because Perpy Slime. Just plenty strong physically. Mind you, Sue is on the verge of a desperately needed new level. That was good. That was good. Okay. There's one. There's another. Wrong button. I do a lot of that with this game. Wrong button. She has the shield. Oh, they both have the shield already. I already bought the shield, so that shield, that one is freaking money. Button again. Okay. Huh. So I drained it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I didn't realize. Dumb. Yeah, I didn't put it together that that was a stairway because of the Hey Diana, how are you doing today? I am doing well. Just getting in a little Grandia here on this Saturn. Okay. Oh. Duh. Helps to, press buttons. Press buttons in game to move. Oh my goodness. Alright. There we go. That should be... Yes, a level for Zero. Good. She should also be... Is that damn thing? Oh, did I already pick it up? Or is it up here? Yeah, I think I already picked it up there. That means I need to go back down and over. Oh my goodness. It is a raid. It's Mixer. Hey Sane, hey KK Fight, hey everybody. First off, let me give you a shout out, Mixer.
What's that universal greeting again?
And,
never mind, I remember.
Well, so much activity.
Weep nitty bon. Ba weep grana weep mini bon. Ba weep grana weep nitty bon.
It's going good, Mixer, and I'm enjoying the game quite a bit right now. Oh my goodness, so many follows. Thank you, everybody.
Weep nitty bon. Ba weep grana weep mini bon. Ba weep grana weep nitty bon. Ba weep grana weep.
Hey, Diehard Gamer. Hey, Spriggly Field. I hope I don't destroy your names here. Yeah. Just let some kids go. I've had the funny thing is that since you mentioned it, Mixer, I bought Grandia 2 for my Dreamcast. Pretty much, even though I didn't have the first game, I bought it in the days when the Dreamcast games were all on discount, and I'm just barely, I've just barely gotten into playing the first one. I picked the Saturn version just to, just because, just to be, unique, and plus I heard it was the better version and all of that. And thank you, Viscount. Thank you, everybody. I've got some more. Yeah, so anyway, if you are not following Little Mixer, please by all means do. He takes on the wildest challenges. I know when I peeked in before as I started stream, I saw that you were playing Back to the Future for NES, and I think you were playing Back to the Future 3 for the Genesis? Or some other system earlier today? No. Oh, that's, well, I mean, what can I say? There are worse Transformers movies. There are way worse Transformers movies to watch than the '86 one. I can name some. Basically, anyone that isn't Transformers, the original Transformers, the movie. But anyway, so once you get settled down, Mixer, please tell us all that we were doing. I've got some other shout-outs to deal with here, because I saw K-Fight, and K-Fight's super cool streamer. And of course, I've got Sane, who is... Yeah, because if you're not following the Thunderfoot Bros, Sane and Bacon, please absolutely do. They've been on a hiatus due to moving, and Bacon has... Bacon is new father, and yeah, they've had big life changes going on. But I do hear that there will be a Thunderfoot Bros stream on Monday. If I'm not, speaking out of turn, I probably am, but but yeah, so. But yeah, so anyway, we're, before I give K-Fight a shout out here, let me set where we're at. We're trying, Feena has been, that's the plan, but plans, yes. The best laid plans, yes, I know this. Trust me, I know this. But yeah, no problem, Zane. Both you and Bacon are super, are super duper friendly and everything. So anyway, let's get back on that train of thought. Anyway, we are rescuing Feena, not the East Feena, the Feena in this game, because Pakon, that how should I put it? How should I put it about as politely as I can? That absolute goddamn unit I don't even want to call him a man because he's a meatball. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mixer. Yeah, you're right. we're all excited to see how the new, since he's actually got a room and it's not an actual dedicated room now. But yeah. So anyway. So hey, we're trying to rescue Feena from Pakon. If you are not familiar with the story, Pakon is the son of the head of the Adventurers Guild that we're supposed to, that's the whole, first leg of the story. Oh wow. You won't have to be quiet. Uh-oh, so... But anyway, so yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're in the middle of a fight here, so yeah, that's, okay, my train, I'm pretty sure there was a summary in there. So anyway, let's give a shout out to as well. Right, I'll make sure I'm spelling names right here, because for the love of God. Okay, I almost got it wrong. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so yeah, because Kate Fight is also super cool streamer, does a whole lot of gaming stuff. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, let's get back to the game before my train of thought gets completely derailed. Because before you guys got in, I was, getting all the treasure chests, because we have to get all the treasure chests. I don't care. We have to get all the treasure chests. It is required by RPG law that we have to get all the chests, and it is. Can I? Oh, yeah, you've been on for quite a while, Mixer. Go ahead. Thank you again for the raid so much, and have a good shower and have a good dinner. Oh, yeah. Okay. So can I... Oh, there it is. Might as well fight these fools, cause they're everywhere. They're very angry. And besides experience points, you know, all money, all that fun stuff. Ow. Lurky tab thing, since I had Mixer on my lurky tabs. Okay, so let's get that money. I need that money. Oh! I get ambushed right as I grab the chest. Thanks. Thanks. The problem... Oh. I was about to say. Okay. Okay. So, let's see. I've gotten over my map thing, but now I'm having this game, yeah, totally dead. That's what, I mean, I was in college, so I didn't exactly, I had a PlayStation, well, for, you know, part of the college duration, but I was absolutely, you know, buying too many games was just not happening. And I wasn't exposed to this through college roommates like I was with, for instance, Suikoden, the first Suikoden game. So yeah, but it's a really good game. It's been pretty. I mean, this translation. I don't know if the script. I don't know if the script that it uses is the same as the US version, since I've never, you know, the US PlayStation version. I know that it doesn't use any of the English language voice work. It's just straight up Japanese language dub stuff. So, but it's definitely, so far it's definitely been worth the time. I kind of had the first few, until last stream, I kind of was having problems with the map, but I kind of figured it out last stream. So my map issues are not there. So that's good. Is there treasure? Yes, there's treasure. There's also slimies. It's definitely a long. I'm still quite early in the game because this game is a 2-disc game. So, I'm a little. I'm including the, yeah, all told, I'm probably hovering around a little about 20% of the way through, I would say. My guess is my guesstimate based on what the walkthroughs and the information that I have. And I mean, and you're... Okay, so... What'd we get? We got a mace. Is the mace fucking better than the hatchet that I have? Plus 18. Ooh, hey! Minus 10 action because it's heavy, but, you know, come on. I can deal with that since it hits harder. And besides, yeah, because the thing about this game that is, it kind of borrows from, I don't know if if this is an intentional design choice or not, but it has in common with the Final Fantasy II for, you know, the Japanese Final Fantasy II, is that your stats, let's go in here, where can we go? Yeah, your weapon level, yeah, it has, based on what weapons that you your weapon level, you have weapon levels for the different types of weapons, and also the magic levels, so you can increase your experience. You can kind of customize it based on what you can do. I've been, as you can see, for the, you know, right now, for like Justin here, he has a axe level of 9 and a sword level of 5 and a mace level of 3. So I've kind of been using. I've been giving, you know, him and Sue all the different types of weapons they can use. You know, whatever's the strongest there. I've just barely gotten to the point to where they can use magic, and I really haven't been. I mean, you know, haven't uncorked that too much. But there's that as well. So there's kind of there's a custom. So with weapons and magic, it's like Final Fantasy II, where you use it and you get better at it, and which I think is a better application of how Final Fantasy II did it, because if you've played Final Fantasy II, especially if you're a crazy person like me and you've played the Famicom version of Final Fantasy II, you know that the game is really, that leveling and whatnot is, oh boy, is definitely a quote-unquote time. So let's see here. With it, and I mean, and not having traditional levels. You know, Final Fantasy II doesn't have traditional levels where you gain HP and other stats, and it's a real pain in the ass, if we're going to be perfectly honest. Oh. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't miss a treasure. I thought I did. So, and that's a save spot, but I am smart. I know what's going on here, so what we're gonna do. scam some experience here. And this is another thing that's been happening. I've been pressing the wrong button. Like clockwork. It's been kind of annoying. So anyway, we're gonna save here. We're at just about at ad time. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to preemptively take once I make sure, yeah, so we've got that. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to preemptively take a break ahead of the ad break, ahead of the auto ad break here, since it's a good stopping point. Because we've got, we're just, it looks like we're just going to be about at a boss fight here. It screams, well, one, the guide says boss fight. Two, come on, it totally screams boss fight right now. I mean, because we've made our way through the underground passage into the church. So, yeah, we're totally there. So, anyway, I will be back shortly. We will have this boss fight and all that after the ads. If you need to move around, get something to drink, get something to eat, whatever, go ahead and do that. I will be back. Ads will play away, animation and all that. So, we will be back in a few. Alright, y'all, I are back. Of course I have to burp, right as I say that I'm back, instead of when I was sitting behind me, sucking on this soda. Just perfect timing. Anyway, I'm back. We probably have a story sequence here before our likely boss fight. Thank you all for being patient while I took the powder and let the ads do their addy evil. And hey, diehard gamer, yeah, that seems to be the thing today, is that it's either you're like Mixer's like, oh my god, I love this game, or I just missed it. It doesn't hurt that. Let's be perfectly honest. The PlayStation 1 era is just it's like people talk rightfully about how the Super Nintendo is lousy with great RPGs. Mind you, we only got like a drop in the bucket. There are so many we got like two numbered Final Fantasy games here, and we got the Breath of Fire games, and we got the one mana game, but there's so much that the Super Nintendo had. But I mean, the PlayStation, it's ridiculous. It is just ridiculous how many role-playing games there are for it. I mean, so okay. Hold on. Oh, we gotta go to we gotta climb the crypts. Okay. Here was thinking door. Oh, observant. Look. There's a hole. I am so observant. No, I'm not. Sometimes I'm just, yeah. Thank you, Justin. Thank you. Game is the game is mocking me. Chunky pixels. Ooh, look at them big chunky pixels. I mean, it doesn't look so bad if you're on like mobile or a computer screen. I can give it to that because I can see my OBS window, but on my big old 43-inch TV, these are some big, chunky pixels. I mean, these are some big, chunky pixels. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm appreciating the big, chunky pixels here, but damn, these are some big, chunky pixels. Yeah, obviously. I hear the wedding march. It's kind of low. Probably need to turn up the volume on my TV. A lot of the ambient music in this game is kind of on the low side. I hope that the potting up of the music worked last stream. Oh my god! He's got her chained to... He's got her freaking in a ball and chain. Come on! This guy is... He's the worst. Pakon is the worst. The absolute worst. Sickness and in health for as long as you both shall live. Oh, yup, 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 yup. Yup, 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 yup. Remember that for those of you that are familiar with your Looney Tunes, remember Beaky Buzzard? That's basically how this guy talks. I was kind of leaning a little more goofy side last stream, but the more I think about it, he's Beaky Buzzard. Which is to say, basically, Mortimer Snurd. For those of you
What's that universal greeting again? Never mind.
Hey, Shadow Fox. How are you doing today? And thank you for the follow as well. But dear, yes, yeah. I have determined that he's a total Mortimer Snurd type, just like dumber than a box of rocks. Man, look at this. For all their beasts. Now's the time where you jump down and do the hero pose, Justin. Right on. Right on, Shadow Fox. As Feena's like, I object! Yes. Justin, this is where you jump down and do the hero pose. Oh, God. That is the look of pure dread. Pick on his head, snot dribbling down his face the entire time. Besides, come on. That fool... I'm not exactly a kissing expert, but I can tell you that fool probably... His kisses are the grossest thing. Imagine in the bad in Back to the Future. Remember in Back to the Future Part 2 in the bad in the where in the alternate bad Hill Valley where they showed the wedding between Biff and Elaine. Imagine that kiss, that awful kiss that Biff gives Elaine. Imagine that, just how awful that kiss looked, and like multiply it by about like 10 million, and you probably get what the type of kiss that Feena would get from Pakon if we let this shit happen. Oh, God. Oh. Oh. Hero pose time! Okay. I'm not gonna do. Not gonna let it. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, of course this fucking fool ain't get. Yeah, of course it's not gonna be. Of course we're not gonna get the frickin' smack Pakon upside the head with our new mace. No. We gotta do his bouncer here. And boss fight. So let's see. He has 738 hit points, according to this. And we obviously are not going to be able to do it. So anyways, Feena is not going to be fighting here, obviously. Target, transports. This arsenal, Chain, of course, only punches and kicks people because, you know. So it says, God says, speaking of which, keeping everybody's health above 30 is wise. Well, duh, that's kind of my plan anyway. Just general for, don't give him an opening to overwhelm you. It's ridiculous. There's no notable features, no physical damage. It just depends on what you want. Okay, so that didn't really answer any of my questions. So, well, let's see if our magic-y magic. Well, let's see what we're gonna do is we're gonna save her for healing, her SP and everything. So let's see, what does the fire do? 31. Not tremendously. Yeah, because I only have the one spell because I just barely learned the magic. Let's see what the V-slash does to this fool. Oh, wow, that just... Okay, yeah. Ow! Jesus Christ! Ow! Ow! Owies. Hey, K. Yes, yes, K. I've never played. So K. I've never played the I've never played the PlayStation version, but from what I've seen, the Saturn version looks very good. I mean, I think that there are some transparency. There's the usual Saturn lack of transparencies, you know, thing going on, but for the most part, this is a very solid. This really shows what the Saturn can do in 3D. I'm really is a solid showcase for what it's capable of. Okay, so can't do any of that, so we will burn him. Let's see if combo does any pursue. No, it doesn't. Oh no, that actually. So I'm glad, yeah, I know. Yeah, because that's why I chose it. I mean, because I have a PlayStation, I can play it, you know, I could have played the PlayStation 1 version easy enough, so I was just like, I'd heard that it was the one that people preferred the most, so I was like, and of course I mean, because I started playing it last year, but I moved and had all sorts of instability with that, so it wasn't, you know, it's been a kind of a long time coming, but okay, yeah, so we need to do a heal here, big time. But yeah. Yeah, at least, yes. I've finally gotten everything sorted, my stuff sorted out here, so I'm able to, yeah, I've finally gotten things sorted out here, so I'm, streaming more regularly so I can get it, because, I mean, leaving, especially with this game, I mean, how impressive it looks, and, I mean, I love me some RPGs. So, we beat him down. Oh, gained level for Justin. But yeah, and I mean, Pakon is just so hateable. I mean, oh, look at the little baby. He didn't get his way. Can I bash him? Game, please, please, just come on. Can I fight him, please, game? I want to beat him. I want to beat a rain check out of him. Yes, I'm very vengeful. It was messed up from the beginning. What kind of a wedding is this? What if I did? As president, I've got the right. No, you don't. That's not how this works, sir. No wedding, no pass. So you're gonna give it back? You changed your mind now. So come on, can we punch him? Can we please punch him? I bet she'll never have another adventure. Here, take your silly all adventurous pets. I don't need it anymore. Yes! Take this pass and shove it right up. Well, okay. I mean, it's an obvious rhyme. You know, I'm not gonna go into the obvious rhyming. Oh, hold on a second here. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to deal with something real quick here. Once we finish the story sequence. I'm saying, pound sand. Get lost. Ooh, wow. The divine light just shines on Feena. It's like, and she realizes, I don't need to deal with your bullshit. No one decides where the wind blows. This past cannot bind the soul of a true adventurer. Tomorrow I'll be one with the wind. Only I will decide where to... Wording! Only I'll decide where I'll... only I'll decide where I blow? Come on, game. Wording. Aw, poor widow baby didn't get what he wanted. You're not a member. All right. Yeek. Uh-oh. Oh! Guys. Oh, they finally realized. Sue's just encouraging it. Oh my goodness. I think this is what do you call it? A little bit of that telegraphing. The story threads of the game. Uh-oh. Yes, let's go back to my house so they can assume. So they can assume that they all can assume that that I've you know that we're doing, you know, the thing. Some people just don't need an excuse to just need an excuse to party, and some don't. Rest here. I'm gonna do like, okay. I'm a little lost. Sheep sleeping. Okay. Afraid? Why would I be afraid? Yeah. But okay, dramatic tension here. I'll have to forgive the Mr. Core and the Saturn's kind of a little funky at points. It's actually gotten better since I started. Updates have made it better since I started the game, but it's sometimes it still has its moments where it's wigging out like this. Okay, I wanna, you know, before I do the real life stuff that I need to do, I wanna. Okay, so yeah, so we can. Yeah, so I gotta handle a little bit of real life stuff here. Nothing serious or anything, but yeah, so I gotta step away. So I'll run some ads, you know, to keep the ad monster safe satiated. But yeah, I gotta step away and do some stuff. Hey, Kakalacola. First, before I step away to do the thing, let me give Kakalacola a shout out because Kakalacola is super cool. Does a lot of streaming. Did last month before did. Oh hey, this lovely.
Vader, where'd you go? Darth? Hello, dude, you there? Hello?
This was for charity too.
Anyone? I mean, I can fight, but I feel like just watching this is more amusing. Ah. Okay. Alright. You feeling okay? Dude? Even Palpatine's laughing at this now.
God, that clip is so good. Yeah. So Gagalicola plays all sorts of good games, bad games. He is a firm spreader of the gospel that is Dong Dong Never Die, aka as he has declared it, and I cannot disagree with him, the greatest fighting game of all time. He has his reasons. His reasons are valid. We do not. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna run away. Step away for a second. I gotta do a thing, and then I'll run ads for the ad god while I'm there, so that we have less interruptiness. But anyway, I will be back shortly. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that extended break. Had technical issues in the house here, so kinda had to spot check it. Also, Pootie! Pootie! Well, we had Pootie in here, but, I think, yeah, she wants this. She wants this. Maybe I can get her to... Do you want to come on stream? Do you want to get picked up? Do you want to get picked up? Huh? Do you want to get picked up? No, she says she wants to ball. I'm gonna throw it. She wanted that ball. That's one of her toys, and oh my goodness. What about Tang? No. Poots is the dog. We don't have any Tang. We don't do Tang. We're not astronauts. So, yeah, so. Anyway, so let's see here. I think we still have more story crap to go through. Knew it. Story sequence. The stars and the mountains over there, and it carries. But I kind of, yeah, I paused here in the. So, yeah, so. Good question. I think this was inevitable. I'll read what you're saying, Kakalakola, here, since that's unskippable business here. I'll wait for another second. This feeling, this moment. Okay, so. She part of the party? Oh! Been a while since we've seen these guys. I'm not perceiving. Seems like there might be audio here that's not playing. But whatever. We know if we can succeed. Yes, it's possible we will gain something. Expecting good news. Oh boy, you there? So for the Rangle Mountains, south of Nepal, the bottom, the desert over there. Let's go to the Dom Ruins. So our party is set to go. Everybody's healed. Recover just because. You know, cover our bases here. Okay. Okay, so we've got that saved here. So, what were you saying? You know, Jeremy Paris made some of their games future-proof by just making sure the tech is just esoteric enough to that it's not impossible for people to play, emulate in the future. He was talking about that. Yeah, it definitely applies to Saturn as well. Yeah, it definitely applies to the Saturn, given how long it's taken to get it under control. Under wraps. I mean, you know, the Mr. Core is very far along and very, very good, but it is, you know, it is still a thing in progress. I mean, and I think there might actually be I think there might be an update that I have to run, that I'm going to run after the stream is done. But yeah. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, they overwrought the tech. I mean, because they designed because if you're not familiar, Sega designed a 2D powerhouse, and then they realized. Now, Paro, that's also, I mean, a way of looking at it. I mean. The 3D glasses is kind of like, you know, them and Nintendo were kind of like at the same time with that. It's just that the Nintendo 3D system didn't leave Japan and nobody did anything really much with it. But yeah, I mean, they certainly understood that online gaming was the future with the dream, you know, including a upgradable 56K modem with the Dreamcast as standard, though. I will heartily agree with that. So anyway, Nintendo flopped twice with their 3D systems. Sega only flop. Well, would you say calling the 3DS a flop is a bit much? It had a rough start, but it had a pretty successful run there. I mean, all things considered. I mean, so I mean, it's a. Pardon me. Oh, of course. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, we need to give Feena goodies in New Parm, including magic, although that doesn't seem possible because we don't have any mana eggs. Definitely felt like living in the future, going online and cast and downloading all the bits. Yeah, I mean, you know, the VMUs were, I mean, the fact of the matter is that nobody has quite duplicated the VMUs. I mean, certainly not the second screen functionalities of it. I mean, because yeah, the whole you can use it on the go thing is, was kind of gimmicky, for the Chow and a couple other things. But I mean, the fact is that you don't need to have the secret of the VMUs. You don't need to have those batteries in there. All you need to do, you don't, to save it and to use the second screen. I mean, the saves are locked in in some sort of solid state memory, like a memory card. But yeah. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Because, yeah. And yes, they did make the I mean, granted, I have never... I sat down wrong on this chair. Sorry. Oh, that's better. I've never used the Master System 3D glasses, so I can't speak to it. But I did in the past own the Famicom 3D glasses. And it's like, here's the thing. Besides the shutter, cutting down on the frame rate, the thing of it is, and any loss of light that happens since it's a shutter system. The thing of it is that the 3D glasses, the actual glass, or plastic actually, is a darker color. It's not clear. So it automatically, I don't know if that's was necessary so that the persistence of the shutter would be, would work, but that's what happened. So yeah, so the thing of it is that I mean, even without the shutter active on the 3D glasses, they're dark. It has a sunglasses effect, and it's really there. And hey, Purple Jelly Beans, how are you doing as well? Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Had a stream on, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday afternoon, or Monday afternoon. One of the afternoons. Monday afternoon. And finally, and actually got one here. So, let me give you a shout out. Hold on a second here. Well. Oh my goodness, what's this question?
Whoa!
Oh, I think I've seen this.
I'm not sure what happened there. How am I alive? That is a good question.
Oh, goodness. I think I might have seen it. So, let me see here. But see, there as the power... Master... Well, come on, Caclicola. That's... I mean... Yeah. But the power base... The power base didn't have all of the goodies. The power base was essentially like the power base didn't come with any games. It was like how the NES had the package that came with a control deck. I mean, mind you, of course, on top of that, Tonka didn't know what the fuck they were doing. I mean, if we're gonna be perfectly honest. I mean, the fact is that, yeah, Nintendo had them gamed because they had all the third parties and whatnot, especially the biggest Japanese arcade manufacturers. But the reality is that any traction they could have made was completely destroyed by Tonka just not having a clue. I mean, Tonka had no damn clue. Anyway, what have we got here? I think that, yeah, kind of dark without power and fully dark with... For the power base... Yeah. I think that the branding of it says something that everybody calls it the Master System, because the reality is that the branding was just garbage. Oh, God. Fucking NEC. I mean, handed the world. I mean, because I understand why Nintendo didn't want that chipset that Hudson offered them. I understand. It's 1987. You're flying high. I mean, and you see, in America, you're just getting started. So it's like, yeah, no, we're not going to take it. I mean, and Hudson goes to NEC. And the fact is that they tear ass in Japan. And rightfully so. That thing is a incredible goddamn machine. And, just having Hudson meant that they had a good backbone of games. But the thing is that they were able to get, like, Namco, who never liked Nintendo, and they and they were certainly looking for a viable alternative that wasn't an arcade rival. But I mean, and they eventually got Konami, and of course Telenet. They got some computer types, but the NEC just botched it in this country. First off, they took until 1989. 1989 was too goddamn late. Too late. They should have had it out by Christmas of '88. Absolutely. They should have had it out in the U.S. by Christmas of 1988. I know because I've been watching Random Strangers series on the TurboGrafx. I know that some of the bigger, the sexier titles weren't there. But the thing of it is that they would have had enough of the best. They would have had enough of enough there to compete, to get their foot in the door. But I mean, even with the fact that their marketing was terrible, because I heard, unlike the Master System, I don't recall ever seeing anything to do with the Master System. Granted, I was obsessed with I Need a Nintendo because I had seen it at my babysitter's house. They had gotten it right around national launch in the spring of '86. And, I mean, I was blown away. I was gaming on a 2600 at the time. And it was like the NES was an absolute revelation. But the thing of it is, I never saw anything Master System. No ads. I don't recall seeing it in the stores. But then again, when it came to the toy stores, I was going to the action figures. I wasn't spending my time in where they had the video game setups, which were in a different part of, which were quickly put up at a different part of the store, at the front of the damn store. So there was that, but I never saw, but I definitely heard about the TurboGrafx, but the thing of it is, I never saw it on sale. And by the time I moved out here to Vegas in December of '90, it was already, I mean, the Genesis was already coming on strong. They were, and then, oh yeah, that's right. The only I did see them in the ads in Marvel Comics and DC Comics. Like, for instance, specific, I mean, I did see those, that was part of where I saw my exposure to the TurboGrafx 16, was that they were heavily in the comics. But in terms of retail presence, they did not come to Vermont. Or if they did come to Vermont, it was all the way up in Burlington, the biggest city in Vermont. And it's like, I can tell you, nobody fucking go. I mean, unless you live in the Burlington area, you're not shopping in Burlington. Because it's a rural area, and it's fairly hilly. And, I mean, getting around in the state is kind of a pain in the dick. Especially since it's, much of Vermont, even to this day, is dirt roads. Yeah. And that was the thing. It looked interesting from those ads, and I think I had some just before we moved. Not long before we moved out, I think somebody got their hands on one of them, and it was like, oh my god, this is awesome. But again, never saw it in stores. And so, and that was like, and we never got the opportunity to like see the TurboGrafx in action. And you lived in New York City and you only saw one store? I mean, good lord, that says something. I mean, because when I moved out here, I mean, the main stores that I don't recall, I mean, I recall, like, the thing that is that the NES was kind of everywhere, but I didn't really go to Toys R Us because the Toys R Us that was in here in Vegas, the close was near the mall, and the mall was quite a bit of ways away. So I can count on the number on my hand how many times I went to that Toys R Us by the Meadows Mall. And the fact is that I specifically went down there to get games, and it turned out to not be TurboGrafx. In fact, at least 2 of the times I went to that store, it was well past the TurboGrafx's death. Yeah, but the thing of it is, Coca-Cola, you were in New York City. You were in New York City, the biggest city in the country, and you only saw it in one store. I mean, the fact of the matter is that, yeah, you can, I mean, and we're talking by the early 90s, because when Sega breaks through, Nintendo isn't able to bully outlets as much as they had in the past, because that's why unlicensed games are, like, outside of, like, say, if you went to Blockbuster, why unlicensed games were kind of a myth, almost, because Nintendo bullied a lot of the bigger retailers. But by the 90s, the fact is that they didn't have that. And besides, again, New York City. I don't care how far you traveled within the area of New York City. You should have seen it in more than one store. Yeah. I mean, and that's the and later on, of course, but yeah, the fact of the matter is that they dropped the ball so hard, and they were late. They only focused on the largest cities, and they didn't get that. I mean, once they just botched it so bad. It's really sad, because they had, the TurboGrafx is a system that is so good. I mean, and besides the fact that NEC not allowing being kind of cock-blocking the U.S. arm from what they wanted to do, because for instance, the thing of it is that none of Konami's games made it out to the West, and it's like there was nothing stopping them. Yes, Gradius 2 and Salamander / Life Force, those games were old and everything. Yeah, you can complain about, you can be like that, but the reality is that those games were a great way to show the power of the system to somebody. And to say nothing of Rondo of Blood. I mean, Rondo of Blood it was probably too late, but Rondo of Blood would have gotten a lot of attention in wide retail, even with the TurboGrafx pretty much floundering. It would have been the big deal for them. it would have at least gotten some notice. And I mean, some of the other games that they didn't get. And that's the thing, is that, I mean, in terms of colors, the PC Engine killed, honestly, and I like the Genesis a lot, but the PC Engine crushed the Genesis in terms of vibrant colors. I mean, because there's a point where the Genesis gets kind of, especially once the Western devs start really taking the lead, where the Genesis gets a lot of muddy colors. And, I mean, the best way I can explain it is, one of the best ways that I can explain it is, if you've ever seen the Super NES version of Tecmo, of the first 16-bit Tecmo Super Bowl, and if you've ever seen the Genesis version of the first 16-bit Tecmo Super Bowl, you'll see what I mean in terms of muddy colors. The NES is bright, vibrant colors, you know, and the Genesis, even without the rain weather effects, just looks like so, you know, dreary compared to it. And mind you, the Genesis version actually, you know, the Genesis version actually plays a little bit better in some regards than the Super NES version. I'm mildly familiar with Sapphire. I'm mildly familiar with it. It's not something that I'm fully familiar with, but I've definitely... So, let's see. We gotta sell... Oh no, we're gonna... First off... We're gonna see a freaking, that's freaking equivalent. And do the wind charm. Okay, so let's see, because we don't have... It should technically play... But, yeah, of course it should play smoother, because you're right. So, let's see here. So, hunting knife is 18. So we're gonna do the hunting knife for... Yeah, so there's that. Hardware specs, yes, it absolutely is. So let's see here. And I have that cowboy. Well, I think that I have that. So the hunting boots for Feena. Because, yeah, I have no mana eggs, so there wasn't any in that last dungeon. Okay, so yeah, so we got that. So we're gonna be... But yeah, that's kind of the thing, is that... It's just like, I mean, hardware specs are apples and oranges, but, I mean... Oh, alright. Because we want to go to... We want to leave town. We want to go to the Rangle Mountains, which just opened up, which will lead us to that Dom, whatever it is. And... So, let's see here. Apples and fried chicken, if you're being honest. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, so yeah, so we got a goodie, a couple of goodies here near the start. I think I'm gonna take another ad break, because for being perfectly clear, or another just break, not, you know, necessarily ad break. Okay, there's supposed to be something. There it is. Burb! Burb! Birdie. Odd bird. Okay, even then, there's, oh, of course, marketing hype, yeah. I'm correcting errors, there's some, blast processing. Excuse me. We all know that. That's the example. Yeah, yes. Yes, we have, and yeah, everybody, and the TurboGrafx 16 is actually an 8-bit machine too. I can't, for some reason I can't get that. That actually as phlegmy as I would prefer. But yeah, I mean, just the whole thing. But I'm gonna take a slight break for ads and to hydrate. So I will be back shortly here. Alright, everybody, I am back. Thank you for indulging while I took that break. So here's the deal. We're gonna take in about another hour here, as it were. Another hour of streaming before I call it an evening, so that I can get some food in before I watch my baseball for tonight. Which should hopefully take us, oh my goodness. Take us pretty far into the Dom, whatever the hell it is. The Dom ruins. Because this shouldn't, I mean, most of what's gonna happen here is just picking up crap. Because, you know, I gotta have all the chests. You know. You know, gotta get all them chests. You know, and well, I'm not against fighting, but part of that. Ooh, I don't realize. Oh, so... Okay. I didn't realize that Justin and Feena were that low on HP. But yeah, especially Feena, I feel like, since she's been out of command. Hey, how do I make you hydrate? You don't, Los. Sorry, but I will. I will for you, sir, after I give you a shout out. Los, how are you doing today? Since, you are recovering from that ridiculous length. What in the world? I'm okay. Okay, that's a weird clip. Yeah, I'm not surprised that you have streamed so much this month. I mean, it's like, well, I mean, just needed, yeah. Hopefully the dosh that you've made will cover that, because I know that things are still thoroughly a mess in terms of all your situation, but yeah. Weird clip in this channel, I know. I do the random clip and thing, and it feeds the weirdest ass clip. But yeah. But anyway, if you are not familiar with Surfin's, Lowe's plays. He loves him some boomer shooters. Oh my goodness, which, I mean, who doesn't love some boomer first-person shooters? I mean, if you like first-person shooters. But yeah, he does that. He does a lot of crowd control, a lot of interactions with chat, major just absolutely plays all sorts of retro and and modern games. Yeah. Yes. Meow 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 meow. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, now it's stuck in my damn head. Now that meow 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 is stuck in my head. Son of a bitch. Los, how could you? How could you? How could you put that back in my head? Now I have the Super Mario World over Yoshi's Island overworld bit and meow 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 in my head. God. Oh god. Absolute ear. It's gonna be stuck in there. It's gonna be stuck in there for a while. So congratulations, Los. You did it. You did it. You got me. You got me, sir. Meow 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 meow. Oh my goodness. I think I'm probably due. I am probably, yeah. I probably deserve it. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, you birds. You were thinking about it. Yeah. I'm sure I deserve it. If you're not aware, I am... full disclosure, I am a mod in Surfin's chat, so yeah. I am responsible... I am responsible for... plenty of things that have happened there. Oh hey, Feena gets a level. Oh, she is at level 7? Jesus. I didn't realize. And she, again, before this... Okay, so there's that. So, we're gonna go down. Snick! It's a snick! Spitting cobra. Good job, Stu. Oh, fuck. Here we go. I swear to God, if that snake spews poison, or either of these snakes, you son of a bitch! Oh no, oh yeah, that's right. Justin's got a armor that makes it resistant, but still. Because I swear to God, poison. We're at the point where there's a bunch of enemies that spew poison, and in case you weren't aware, I goddamn hate poison spewing enemies. I mean, you can thank our okay, so magic. So we're gonna have Sue do a little. Let's see here. Do that. Yeah, because Sue's. But yeah, ever since frickin' the first Final Fantasy, I've just. What's this? A Y medal. Okay. Let's see who. No, first off, let's find out what it does. Oh, it's Sue that has the restores SP during attacks. Ooh. Who will I put that on? Yeah, we're gonna put it on. Yeah, that means freaking that'll an SP. Yeah, because the SP is the attack, the special attack. Doohickey. So yeah. So now let's go up here. Yeah, might as well do that. So hey, got an antidote. So, you know what? Hold on a second. So, what's the name of this damn thing? A Y medal. So, hold on. I've got information here. I've got, yeah. So, let's see. And that's, what is that? Jewelry. So, let's see. Which is, I guess, accessories. So, hold on a second. Let us see. What does... Hold on a second here. They probably changed the name for English version. So we're in the Rangle. Yeah, we're in the Rangle Mountains. So let's see here. Oh, okay, so let's see. SP is restored. It just says SP is restored while we're attacking, which is what it tells me. Because it's in the English version, it's Medal of Yore. Y-O-R-E, not Y-O-R. You know, like, you know, your hunter from the future. You know, it's you know, yore as in ye olden days. Just to put that there, you know, since things don't, you know, translate, because especially for the auto captioning, which is its lovely thing, which probably your and of course auto captioning doesn't know Y-O-R-E. It spells it as in your, like Y-O-U-R. The English language is weird, everybody. Just so you know. I mean, granted, multiple languages have this problem. I mean, you know, in their own little happy ways, but yeah. Because I want to see what... Because I used the attack here. So every attack you do, you get a 1 SP, I guess, is what I'm to believe. You know, like every, you know, round that you attack. That's what it seems to me. Now, Sue's getting close to a level up. Yeah, I can't look at my... They can't, yeah. Oh, okay, so it's every whack I get. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't say every whack. That's bad. That's phrasing. Every time I smack a bad guy upside the... Every single attack. So if I do combo attack, which means I, you know, smack him upside the head twice, I get, you know, for each time that I smack an enemy, I get an SP back with this. That's actually pretty decent. I mean, what's this? Oh! Mana egg. Somebody's going to be getting some magic soon. Oh. Oh, it must be. Oh, the east. Okay. So, there's... Hold on. There's a goodie hanging around here. Looks like it's gonna be bread. Bread? What are you doing? She has a game. She has... Sue has resist poison, and it didn't even help. Resist poison freaking earrings or whatever, and it didn't even help. That's... So, we gotta get her... So, move seed. What does that mean? Seed of moves. 2+2 max SP permanently for one character. Oh, guide, do you have it? Do you have any guidance on what's this? So, I'm going to give it to Justin since he's, you know, the primary character. Oh, and I have a defense seed too. Yeah, so we'll give... Since he's a permanent, and with the defense seed, we'll give it to Feena. I mean, cause Sue, yeah, I'd say Sue, but I get this feeling. I get this feeling that Sue is a third wheel bait here. Okay, so here we go. Pretty safe here. Instead of pushing on, I think we should camp here tonight. must be tired. I'm not tired at all. This sort of stuff's a cinch. What a goddamn snitch. Same as he is now. Oh. She left. She suddenly decided to join. Uh-oh. Why do I got a feeling that we've met her sister in one of the previous streams? One of the very bitchy sisters, or she's no. She's the nerd. She's the nerdy one. She's the quiet, nice, nerdy one. That's who it is. I'm calling it now. Justin. He's so mean. What about the who was next to the blonde? She was quiet and pretty too. Oh yeah. Hope your sister's doing well. I'm concerned, Sue. Oh, I guess that train of thought is done. Strange. Your first match. Steamer, I would never have thought that we'd be camping together like this. I have much confidence. Yeah, that's true. Into the just to look for. Mm-hmm. Sure. Just like meh, end of the world. Justin. Oh wow, she's buying it. To that, the end of the world. Okay, so that should be it for the chit chat. So let's do sleep, and let's see here. Yeah, talk that smack. Morning people. Clear this morning so we can see real far. Look, there's the misty forest and the end of the world. Yeah, it's the horizon. Oh. City in the clouds. Which means probable mountains. Well, it's a 2-disc game. That is not the end of the world. That's probably where we end disc 1. Colin. Looking at scenery. Okay, so let's see here. Since we slept, yeah, everybody's healed and everything, but we will save. You know what? You know what? Because we still have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 treasures on my map here before we even get done with this area and unlock the Dom ruins. You know what? And it's 6 o'clock. I'm gonna call it a stream. We've done quite a bit here. We've had a lot of fun. We got a super cool raid from Jesus, my brain. We got the raid from Mixer. We've had a bunch of people follow. Let's see here. Before I go crazy town, I'm gonna see who is on. I think I know who we're gonna raid, but I want to double check. Or actually, no. Hold on a second here. Make sure. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good thing I checked. Okay, I know who we're gonna raid. So, let me get going here. Again, I want to thank you all for popping in with the stream for everything, and again I want to thank Little Mixer for the raid, and I want to thank everybody that followed, anonymous follows and all that fun stuff. Here is, oh wow, we're at 349 follows. I'm like one away from big ton follow number. So anyway, what we're gonna do, we are going to raid Tsunade. I don't even think I've ever been able to raid her before because I'm so, so ridiculously, I usually do it super late, but Tsunade is, super friendly. She's playing Gargoyle's Quest for the Game Boy right now. She plays all sorts of retro stuff. Yeah, so absolutely check her out and give her a follow if you're not following her when we get there. I am going to try and do a stream sometime, maybe tomorrow or Sunday in the evening. Try. And then if not, maybe another afternoon one on Monday. Those are kind of what we're looking at. But anyway, I will see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.